Hello and welcome to today's Working with the Medicine Wheel 7 Directions, where today we are working with the energies of the East. Now, the East is a beautiful direction to work with and call into your life, and there's so many ways that you can do that. The element here is the element of fire, and we're working with a connection to our spiritual process. So the East is the part that is recognized in the eternal flame of the rising sun, the awareness that as a law of nature, light must always follow dark. So where does the sun rise every morning? In the east. Where does it set? In its opposite, in the west, where we're working with darkness and the shadow. But in the east, we're really looking at light, illumination, perspective, and how we can really make sure that we are maintaining always in our life the vision of the higher perspective. The color here is yellow, once again, wearing this to help you remember. And the energy of this direction relates to the eagle and the condor and the flight of the winged ones who carry us high above our day-to-day concerns, always reminding us of that bigger picture. The spirit of the eagle represents courage and bravery because it's the bird that flies closest to the sun. It's fearless in its hunting. It always has the ability to maintain the vision from great heights whilst keeping an eye on what it's hunting for down below and knows exactly when to swoop. So the message that we can get from this direction is, are we nurturing our dreams? Are we feeding our creativity? Is our spirit strong and alive? Does it live in our hara and in our solar plexus? So the chakra of the solar plexus is also yellow, and that's our center of will and our boundaries and all that yummy stuff. And here we need to really make sure that we are finding practices that support the development and continuation of our growth. So we all have dreams, and sometimes those dreams get a little bit lost when we get caught up in the minutiae of the day-to-day, when we get caught up in the detail. You know, there's an old saying, the devil is in the detail. And this is where we can get lost and forget what it is that we really aspire to. This direction represents those aspirations, those dreams, those goals. What do you want for yourself in this life? And do you have daily practices that really support building that in so that you can strengthen your resolve and your resilience, so that you can strengthen your courage and determination? Fire is an energy of action and transformation. So here we're really looking at what we need to transform and transmute in order to banish and allow to fall away the things that don't serve us, to let them drop into the ashes of those fires. And of course, we can respect in the embers what we're letting go of, but we need to keep our light bright, keep our fires burning, and feed those fires. So I have several practices every day that I do which really help me keep a sense of awareness of my overall dreams and goals. I don't particularly like the word goals, it must be said. I like the word aspirations and inspiration, and these kind of things, because goals make me feel as though there's something that I'm aspiring to that isn't already here. And this is the dance in the East, where we're looking at what is here, where we want to move towards, but also being willing to hold that in a soft space so that we can allow for the inspiration of divinity, of creative force to flow through us without directing it all the time. Because in that place of direction, we may miss the jewels that are waiting for us. So it's about holding a sense of openness. I'm holding today my eagle feather that I was very kindly gifted at a sanctuary that rescued wild birds. And this bird, this feather, came from one of the last wild eagles of Scotland who was under threat of extinction and had been rescued and given to this sanctuary to really build up some strength and to see whether there was a possibility of any mating happening. So they brought in another bird. I believe that that didn't happen. However, the bird was saved and then rehabilitated and sent back to the Highlands of Scotland. And this feather came from there, and I use it a lot in my work, in my healing work. So I really wanted to be with that today as we talk our way through the energies of the East. And again, you can offer tobacco here if you're doing any work, or you can build little altars here. How do you want your creative fires to look? Do you really work with that inner child aspect that represents inquisitiveness, curiosity, creativity? How do you feed your fires? Let me know how you're getting on. And tomorrow, as we've moved through all 4 of the key directions that are more land-based, we're going to be moving to the above direction: Grandmother Moon, Grandfather Sun, Star Nations, Power Animals, Spirit Teachers, and all of that. So I look forward to welcoming you. Drop me a hello in the message below, and thank you for joining me once again for this medicine wheel practice.